going to look at the meridian lines of the arm. And the first one we want to think about is this line that goes down right from the center of the wrist. It's the easiest way to find it, right here in the wrist. It's also a point called a tsubo point, and it's also in Thai massage we call it the wind gate. It's this point right here in the middle of the wrist. And it relates to a line that goes through the middle of the arm, like that. It's pericardium. Now, there's also another line. It comes from here. It goes up this part of the line and ends up on this side of the wrist. This one's called the shinwa. It has to do with the heart. And then there's this line. These are all the yin lines. This one on this underneath the thumb. So you think of it, one under the thumb, one in the middle, and one on this side. So this one under the thumb goes up here. It's the long meridian and ends up kind of going into the lung here. So on the arms it's very easy. On the yin lines on the arm, there's 3 of them. One in the middle, one on this side, and one here. Right? On the back of the arm, we've got, again, 3. One starts right in the middle. Actually, it's kind of more underneath this. It's close to this ball right here. So it's right here, and it goes up the middle of the arm. And then the other 2, one starts. People know this from headaches, right here. Mm-hmm. But it's actually not in the webbing, but under the bone. And when you get it on it, it feels like a dull ache, right? So, and then it goes up like this, up the arm. It follows its way up. This one is, we call the large intestine. So these 2 are connected. This one, the large intestine, is the metal meridians we associate with grief and letting go. This one right here, the pericardium, and its partner, the triple warmer, which has to do with the flow of blood and energy in the body. And this one here has to do with the heart. And then its partner, the small intestine, we associate with, it's like the guardian of the heart. Like if it's doing too much work, it's not letting anyone in, heart's starving. And if it's doing too much work, that's if it's doing too much work, it's not letting anyone in. If it's not doing enough work, it's letting everyone in, and then heart gets overwhelmed. So this is something to be aware of. So something we can do for this, for lines, is we can do thumb walking. So very simply, if we start here, we just kind of walk down and rest in those points. And this is the yin line, because remember, hands above your head, the yin line goes up. So it's going up. And the same thing. We can also lock into one of the points, like the super point here. And then I'm feeling here, and then I'm going down the line. Here, down the line. Here, karate chop point, going down the line. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, there's some other ways we can do it. You can get all the lines. I'm in this position, I can kind of come like that. And I can lean, I put my one hand on the shoulder. I'm just gonna keep my arms straight, weight into here. And I can think of it like 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Right, that's an easy way to think of it. And here I'm just kind of, it's again, using the kind of palm walking. And then if I'm doing it on this side, I would palm walk. Leaning. Right? And that's fun. And then we can also do it with our knees.
Whoa.
Or we can put our hand, if we're not sure about it, put our hand on it.
Yeah,
that we can feel and then weight it with our knees. Right? Much more, right? Mm-hmm. And I keep my hand loose. So if I don't want to go like that because it kind of makes this part really hard. So I make my fingers loose like that. So this gives it a cushion. And I can weight under my, in between.
Yeah.
And here,
Just going.
you can lock on, down like that, and then slide.
Oh.
And if you need more slide, you go like that. Angle.
Dang.
Oh.
Ooh. Stretchies.
Didn't know that could feel that way.
And then we've all had this situation where we want to use a little more. So put the heel down, locking onto the ground, and like we're stepping on the gas. And we're just feeling again, want to feel how, I don't want to go to the point where it's fighting back. So just let it. And here we can see which ones we're on, because these ones open the fingers up,
Oh.
and these ones close the fingers.
Wait, when you say which ones we're on, what do you mean, meridian-wise?
So, well, these are the muscles. So these muscles are extenders,
Oh, I see.
and these are the flexors.
Controlling you.
We can crush hand.
Oh.
We can do it with our toes too, like that.
Wow.
And then we're going to do this side, same thing. Again, just stepping down. Being careful around the elbow. And if we do want to use our feet on the elbow, you want to make sure you make a little bend in it, because that makes it safer. And then here we go on both sides of the elbow. This takes a little balance, but
Are you pulling the skin
I'm
off?
actually traction. So I go into it, lock in, and then traction away from the joint. You go here. There's also a nice point here, especially for guys, where it goes and get the lat. Does that feel good?
Oh yeah.
Why especially for guys?
Well, you can do it on women too, but it's the guys have more pronounced lats usually.
I see.
Some women have very pronounced lats. And then we can also you can do this. Let's see. Yes. So we sit here. Put my hand like that. I'm gonna lean, straighten my arm, leaning, and I've got his. The humerus in my hand here, the humerus, and then I can sit. Good.
Yeah.
Now this is specific, but if you want a more general, it's actually easier to take if you sit directly on it. It's more cushy. Now you feel it in your shoulder blade, yeah? And if I want more, I can straighten up. The other thing I can do is if I take, right now, if you look at my heel, it's under my bum. So it's actually holding the weight up. If I move my foot this way, can I take a little bit more weight?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So if I move my foot this way, much more weight. So all I did is took my foot out from under my butt.
Can you do that
And
again, please?
so this is under the butt.
So I was like, on the heel.
And then if I take my foot from under the butt this way, and then the more I move it this way, the more pressure.
That one's particularly good because it puts more on the shoulder right there.
On the top.
Yeah.
So, and that's enough for right now, and we'll do that